Hi Sagittarius, happy Monday. And thank you for all your kind comments yesterday. I just, I don't know, sometimes the negative comments just get to me. Oh boy. I am so tired today, Sag, because of this rain. Like, it's been raining here for days. I feel like this week it may be a little freeing for you. Now, we do see, we have an eclipse, right? And I mean, I think largely the eclipse will be its most powerful on Friday. But it is Thursday and Friday, 13th and the 14th, depending on where you live. But, it's in Virgo. And it's a full moon eclipse, so we always release on the full moon, right? Let things go that aren't serving us. And Virgo is actually the south node currently. So we are moving out of perfection and, I feel like something's really changing about the way we do things. The way you do things as an individual could be changing. And you could be, first of all, not feeling very rushed. Because Virgo is definitely a sign that is, about doing, right? It is. But they're also about doing things a particular way and holding other people up to that standard of perfection too. And maybe that's changing, because with Pisces in the north node, it's a beautiful time to feel to rest. Pisces loves a nap. And to just kind of live from the soul. Because Pisces, they're different largely because they live life and they view the world from the inside out, whereas most of us, it's from the outside in. Yeah, it's really, I've gone on and on about that in the past, so we won't get too much into it, but it does feel this is all about your progress. Okay, because on the bottom of the deck was progressions and journey. So this is about you making progress on your journey. Now, your journey is about so much, right? Your journey is about everything, basically. But at the core of it, it's like from your soul, for sure. Now, interestingly enough, the overall energy for the eclipse for you, Sagittarius, is I Mum Koli. And that is your roots, what you're rooted in, so you could really be figuring it out, because progressions is here. You're making progress in what you're truly rooted in and what is truly important to you. And what's interesting here is this. What, miss? My assistant needs to take her break, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. For those who don't know, the dog is my assistant, and she had to go outside. So, yeah. So let me get back to it. Like, what is interesting here is that you may be acting on something that it's all about being out of your comfort zone, right? So in the past, you could have found that that you would like have to have so much information before you would do something, right? And probably worry about incessantly what could go wrong, because I feel like that's involved with debilitated too. But you know, because you don't want to like, and you would do all these things before acting on something. So that can mean you had to have tons of information before you would act on something. And, you know, this is 8th house energy, and that really is, you know, what gives and takes from us, you know. But of course, the 8th house is so much. It's our relationship to money. It's our money and other people's money. It's rebirth, you know. And it just feels like, you know, you would, maybe that would have stopped you from acting in the past too on something, you know, because when we think of Aries, like Aries takes a lot of chances, honestly. They're all in, like, boom, let's do this, right? They're all about the action, and it just seems like with things that didn't have evidence or made you feel uncomfortable or weren't in your comfort zone, you would have to have so much information before you would act on it. That's an energy that's leaving. That's what's leaving. Okay, so that would say to me that you are willing now to jump into more things. No matter that they could fail. You know, you don't need a guarantee. You're not afraid of losing something or it costing you something. Right? Okay. And, you know, where you're going and what you're getting ready to do is, there seems to be a whole lot in terms of what you, like, what's uncomfortable. Like, you, Sagittarius, very much doing what's uncomfortable. And this would be a new thing, perhaps, you know, because we have the 3rd house here, which is about communication in this card, definitely, and change, right? And there's tension here, you know, so I feel like you're having the hard conversations, and, you know, no, like, there's no two holding back on having conversations because of a fear of what might come out. There's none of that, because look what's at the bottom. Jeez. Relationship, climate, invitation, and hearth. Like, that's interesting. So it's funny too, because your descendant is actually your best match. So it kind of says that there may be a relationship on the horizon that's very comfortable, warm, you know, at the right time. Like, my descendant is, oh, I forget. Whatever the opposite. I think it's Virgo or Libra. But anyways, let's go on. It doesn't matter. So, you know, 4 of Wands and the 8 of Swords, I do feel like this is very much, especially this week, you may be saying some things that you have not said. You see that? That you have not said that you perhaps have labored over. Okay, so with the Eight of Swords, of course, we're stressed out, right? We feel trapped, you know, and there may even be some relationships that you have felt trapped in that you will no longer feel trapped in. But I kind of feel like you were perhaps afraid to say certain things because you didn't want to break up. You didn't want to cause a problem. You didn't want to, whatever knowledge it is that you have, whatever this is that you have been holding back from saying, and that just keeps coming to me. This has something to do with the saying of it all. This would cause something, the Four of Wands reverse can really be like breaking up a happy home, or relationships breaking up, or fighting, or, and I kind of feel that energy for you. But, being caught in the Eight of Swords is very uncomfortable and unhealthy. This would be something that has kind of been eating at you, and you didn't want this result. You didn't want to do this. But I feel like this week it comes out. I don't know. Maybe you feel like you had no choice. It can also be feeling trapped at where you are and finding a way out. No matter what, you're finding a way out of something that has really been kind of strong on you, Sag. And as for today, Seven of Swords, Eight of Wands, like, I feel like you just want to be left alone today. and you may really, like, want to hide from the world, right? And it seems like the more you want to do that, the more people insist on talking to you with the Eight of Wands. Good Lord. But here we go with what you don't know. And that was like 6 cards came out for that. And at first I was like, no, I can't do this. But the Fool, the Page of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, the Seven of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Five of Swords. Wow. When I first saw this, I felt, my first feeling about it was that someone wants to make something right with you. And that you were very, and I feel this, and that you are very much not, it's not that you're not for it, but there may have been an issue of boundaries with this person. And so, oh, yes. Could be an ex. King of Swords. Oh my goodness. The King of Swords and the Queen of Wands. And the Ten of Wands. Yeah, something like heavy. So maybe it's this person who's been really feeling it heavily. And if they're the King of Swords and you're the Queen of Wands, y'all don't think alike at all. Like, not at all. Like, because it feels like this person has been stuck on something that you've already moved on from. But there is an opportunity here, to move on. Or to I don't know that fixing it is the right, this person's trying to do right. They're trying to do the right thing here. They're trying to do the right thing with their life, right? And that's why this person wants to make things right with you. And, you know, that's a way different take than just it being retrograde bullshit. Right? Like, they're not blaming you for this. They want to make this right with you, because this is one thing that has created whatever went on between the two of you. Had something, it was bigger. Like, it was bigger than the two of you. It had a lot to do with perhaps this person's baggage. And so, you know, when we are fixing our baggage, sometimes, you know, we do want to make things right with people that we hurt more than anything. You just got in the middle of something that was them, you know, it wasn't your fault. And so I hope that is making sense. You don't bear responsibility here. This person already came from a hurt place. So that is pretty much why it didn't work out. They were already there, you know, and because they're fixing things in their life, you know, with the Knight of Pentacles, which is a new flow for this person, they have to do this, and they do want to talk to you. It was the King of Swords. So, I don't know. And it has something to do with their betrayal and bringing things to a close with the Tens, you know. And we're going to see that all month with all this retrograde business going on. And just remember, you have a choice whether you engage with anyone. I don't, you know, in terms of like people coming back from your past, relationships coming back, you know, it's never advisable to make a decision until the dust settles, until, you know, until the retrogrades go direct, at least. So here's your mystery message. So there's something that you have probably been waiting to grow, to pay off, right? Maybe since the fall, since this is a harvest card. But growth is here, and there is a payoff, but there is a pivot also, meaning a slight change that needs to be made. And you can get this answer through spiritual practice. So meditating, you know, blah, blah, blah. So food for thought. So let's see what your soul is telling you. What is the soul question? Because you may really feel this week. I don't know. Are you sleeping? Because sleep is weird. Sleep is weird. My stomach is weird. Ugh. Just saying. So tell us about the soul. One soul card for Sag. From whom can I release my judgment right now? Uh-oh. Judgment closes our heart to truth and separates us from love. It binds us to our fear and holds us in shame. On whom are you placing judgment right now? Is it someone in your life? Is it yourself? Release the shackles and drop the expectations. Be grateful for what is. Today's soul action is to look at whoever you are judging with through the eyes of innocence, their innocence. See their desire to be loved and accepted. Add even more grace to open your heart to this truth. When I lift the judgment from myself and others, I uncover my own truth. I am loved, I am whole, I am limitless, and so are they. Okay. Yeah, we do judge people a little bit. We do. Okay, so let's get your mindful message. What's the mindful message for Sagittarius? Oh my goodness. Mindful message for Sagittarius. Let's praise this sauce. Okay. Subconscious mind. I realize that subconscious beliefs or programs may be holding me back from my desires. For example, if I want money, I may have been told things growing up that I am subconsciously holding on to. So you're being called to really think about subconscious beliefs you may have had for a long time that really need to go. Oh, that's very full moonish. Definitely. So Sagittarius, that's what I have for you today. I hope you have the best day ever. Toodles.